What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. The first things you're going to see here today is me pretty much listing some stuff, opening some packs. I've got a couple of packs. I've got rewards here today, which is going to be quite fun. What you're seeing initially on the screen is my investments paying off. The day before those SBCs came out, that required the 83 and 84s, I knew they were coming out. It was posted on Reddit, it was posted on Twitter. There were some murmurs that it was going to happen. So I went and stocked up on a whole bunch of 83s and 84s for me. Excuse me. But I ended up I was going to do like 3 or 4 of them. I ended up just doing 1 or 2, I believe, and sold the rest because it's just too much profit not to. I think in the end I made somewhere between 200 to 300,000 coins, which is enough to buy pretty much any player that I could have got in one of those untradeable or tradable packs, apart from the elites. And when I say apart from the elites, I literally just mean I think I could even afforded the 90 rated Thiago Silva from the profit that I made from the 83s and 84s. The only thing I was a little bit upset about is I still had some coins in the bank and still had some space on the trade pile. And whilst I was buying them, in my mind I was saying, like, just buy more, just buy more. Like worst case scenario, you're gonna just sell them on and make back what you paid for them. Best case scenario, you're gonna end up selling them on for 2 to 3k. And I didn't do it. And I could have sat there. I was buying some of the 83s for literally 900 to 1,000 coins and selling them for between 3 and 4,000 coins. And then the 84s, I picked up anywhere from 1 to 2,500 coins and sold them on for like 5 to 7,000 coins. So there was huge profit to be made. And whilst I did get some of that profit, I was a bit gutted that I didn't make more, which is very greedy, I know. And for those of you that may be wondering, I did mention this in a video a few days ago. Well, actually, like probably a week ago. I said go buy those 83s, 84s when they're cheap, and do the same again this time around. Once this squad builder challenge thing runs out and the player prices plummet back down to like a reasonable price, go back and buy them all. And don't just buy one each for your own club. Go buy, like, fill your trade pile up to the point where you're stacking them. Because as soon as another SBC comes out that requires an 84 or an 85 rated squad, you've made a crap ton of profit. One comment, I have got the rewards today. It is live rewards, so we're going to be talking here just over some of the gameplay. Then we're going to go to a live section where we're opening the rewards. Then we're going to go back to talking over gameplay that would have been from a stream. But I want to talk, I've got a whole bunch of comments. The first comment is from Unbreakable Wit, and he says, do you think it would be smart to do the La Liga 3 guarantee and stack up a bunch so when Team of the Year happens, I have a higher chance of getting Ronaldo, Messi or Griezmann? No, they are absolutely not worth it. You are required to put in 11 gold players, which even if you got them at absolute minimum value, that's 3,300 coins worth of players that you're paying for a 7.5k untradeable pack. If you don't get them for 3,300, you're looking at up to 4,000 coins. So bear that in mind. You're paying 3,300 to 4,000 coins for an untradeable pack that may not even contain a rare player. Sure, you have a higher chance because it's the the La Liga pack, and it's only La Liga players. But do you know how many La Liga players are in this game? Do you know that, like, in that pack you get 12 items, 3 rares? I opened on my main account one pack from each of those leagues, and I didn't get a single rare player in any of them. I got a couple of rare contracts and stuff. So if you get unlucky, which is likely to happen, like to the point where you just get, even if you got like an untradeable Isco or an untradeable Asensio, you can't, like, that's not what you're looking for. You can't do anything, and you basically paid 3,300 to 4,000 coins for a whole bunch of untradeable contracts, an untradeable stadium, an untradeable kit, an untradeable coach, an untradeable manager, an untradeable position modifier that you may literally never have to use, and then 3 or 4 untradeable players, of which 2 of them might even be silver. And you can't get anything back from that. However, if you open a 7.5k pack normally, to cover the discrepancy of the 3,300 to 4,000 coins that you would pay for the initial pack, you only have to sell on 3,500 to 4,000 coins worth of content in the tradable 7.5k pack, which is far easier than getting lucky in an untradeable pack. Those untradeable league packs are scams if you're using tradable players. The only time I'd say, yeah, they might be worth it is if you actually used untradeable players that you have laying about in the club that you're never going to use. So then, yeah, sure, go ahead and use those dudes and put them in there. Failing that, I think they're an absolute waste and an absolute scam. You can see again, guys, I made a killing, an absolute killing off of the 83s and 84s that I picked up, which was awesome. I've got a whole bunch of informs I'm hoping to shift on as well. But this is, for now, going to be the end of some post-comp gameplay. Let's go and get into our rewards. So guys, here we are. The FUT Champs rewards are out. We, of course, finished Elite 2 this week, meaning we get 100,000 coins, which is very nice. We get the 3 Team of the Week pack, and we get 1 100k pack. This is both a very good and a very bad week to get a 3 Team of the Week pack. The reason why it's a very good week to get the 3 Team of the Week pack is because there is Striker Hazard, there is 90 rated Pogba, the 86 Thiago, the 86 Lacazette, the 90 rated Thiago Silva, all very nice players. The problem is there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 81 rated players, a couple players that are cheap and not really worth too much. Schneider, Reed is like less than 30k. This guy here, this Baloshi guy, Bernardeschi, you know, not a bad card by any stretch of imagination, just not worth much. And then Al Sommer as well, really nice card, just not worth much, you know. So there's a lot that we can get that would be dissatisfying, and there's a lot that we could get that would be incredible. Now, I know what people think. You're ungrateful if you think getting this is bad. Yes and no. I do see the whole, this is very ungrateful kind of side of things, but at the same time I put in a whole weekend's worth of my time for this, 40 games played. I have every right to be disappointed with the things I get if they're bad. So we get 1 100k pack, 1 Team of the Week pack. I haven't been super lucky with the 100k packs, really. I've got a few walkouts, but they've typically been goalkeepers. I got, Rakitic I picked up as well. I don't know, man. We'll see how it goes. Let's start off with this first 100k pack. I just beg for a big inform or a walkout or a legend, something. Let's see what we get. No walkout here. What do we get? It's a big flare, so it's going to be a reasonably sellable item. It's Carvalho. Just what a start! What a start! We get some 83s in there as well. Now he's probably like 4 to 5k. Tell me he's 8k. So there's 7k. I'll pop him up to like 4.4k and then put him on open bid. For Diarra again, I believe he's like 3 to 4k. 3k and then 4k there, so no, he's not being sold on 4k. So we'll list him at 3.5k. Very nice indeed. And then Consigli, very much the same. We'll list him at 3.5k. Schneidli and Bojan, we'll save these dudes. I mean, these guys can all go into the club just to be used at later dates. Not that they're ever really usable. And the remaining 5 dudes here, I'll send them to the trade pile. I'll try and list them, see if I can get 1,000 coins for each one instead of the discard price of 650 for each one. But our first pack there, guys, not great. What are the promo packs? If they were decent promo packs, I would have opened one beforehand. But here we go. I beg you, EA, give me the walkout. If it's a walkout, it's going to be Thiago Silva, Eden Hazard, or Paul Pogba. If it's not a walkout, the best we can really hope for is Icardi. I'd be happy with Reed as well. Even though he's less than 30k, I want him for the team. I would be happy with him. Let's go, EA, please. No walkout. That's so disappointing. It's Reed. There you go. Perfect. Save me 30k. It is Reed. Hopefully we get another 84 in here. Al Sommer as well would be nice to have in here. No, we get 2 of the 81s. That's not too bad. Like, it is bad. Oh wow, he's got a bid of 31k on him. He's definitely cheaper than 30k now because he was at 30 to 30k like an hour ago. So now that the rewards are out, he's undoubtedly down to like 29, 28, 27k. There's no question about that, surely. Wow, he's actually gone up briefly in value. But we picked him up, not too bad. We also get Muller here. Not a bad card. Has he got 4-star skill moves? No. 5'8". 3-star, 3-star. I don't care, guys. I don't care. I'm disappointed. I'm gonna hang on to him until he's worth something a bit more. This guy's a left back as well. Not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, God. We've literally got 13k, what was it, 18k, so that's 31k between these two, and like 30k for him. This pack is worth like 60 to 70,000 coins. That is just not acceptable. The 100k pack was alright, I suppose. The 100,000 coins were nice, and I'll show you my team actually. I actually bought Christian Eriksen in form. I'm not sure if I'm going to definitely use him or not consistently. I'm going to play some games with him and test him out. I bought him for 149, and I believe he's up to like 160, 170 now. 175 there, 165. So I could sell him for like small profit, you know, like 5, 6, 7,000 coins profit right now. But I have a feeling his price is going to go up over the next sort of 3 to 5 days, and I'm going to hopefully try and sell him for like 180, 190 over time. But Reed is going into my team. And I think I'm putting him in instead of Eric Bailly. The reason why I believe instead of Bailly is because he literally just destroys him everywhere with exception of pace. And then for Chris Smalling, Smalling has better passing and dribbling and closer defending and physical than Reed. I don't know. What do you guys think? What would you prefer to see? Smalling and Reed or Bailly and Reed? Because one of them's got to go. I'm going to test Reed out with Smalling first and foremost, and I am going to be putting a shadow card on him, just to boost that pace and defending. You'll notice a trend with my chem styles as well. I've changed them all up. That you either see Shadow, Hunter, Sniper, and in the one instance of Hector Bellerin, I think I've got Guardian on him. But yeah, it's literally Shadow, 5 Shadows, 2 Hunters, 2 Snipers, and 1 Guardian. And I haven't played with this team yet to figure out if my theory is correct or not. But if my theory is correct, I will make a video explaining why I've done these particular chem styles, or I'll just explain in a video why I've done these particular chem styles. If my theory is wrong, then there's no point explaining to you guys why I did what I did, but this is it. Let me actually put him here. That'd be much better for the whole team overall. Yeah, this is the team that I'm likely to take into FUT Champs this weekend. We have, what, 850,000 coins now. I don't really have much in the club. I've spent and invested so much into SBCs that I've got Eriksen worth like 150, maybe 180. We've got Reed worth 30. Stecklenburg's like 30, maybe 28k. Muller and this guy here, not really worth much. Horgan's like 15k. De Gea's in the main team. So the only other sellable that I've got is really, I've got Sergio Ramos at about 100k as a sellable. Eric Bailly, that probably never going to sell anyway because I've got so many games in him, and he's always going to be one of my like go-to defenders when I turn back to other defenders. Other than that, like there's just not much sellable here. There really isn't. Like there is a lot of players. Like I have got hundreds of thousands of coins worth of players because I've just got hundreds of players and they're worth 1,000. You know, like look at where we're at. And if we just take a look at the rare golds on their own, we're probably looking at like the best part of 17 pages. Even if at an average price of 1,000 coins, that's 170,000 coins worth of player just sat there doing nothing, waiting for SBCs. But I'm at that point now where I might just clean out the whole club, suffer the value of buying the players in for the SBCs, and starting again with a full coin balance and an empty club. I don't know. For me, that's where we'll go. But for now, guys, I'm going to get into some gameplay. Like, I haven't played it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and play some gameplay with this team and see how it goes. But for now, guys, yeah, that was my rewards. I will be right back. Okay, guys, we are back, and what you're seeing on the screen now is me, I think, trying out a new team in the Champs qualifiers. I actually had to build a 3-league team because that was the specifications for it. So I think I put Lacazette and Fekir back into the team, and then initially I put a bronze left back called Kenlock in the team, just give an English link to Smalling there, and of course we are trying the Reed that we picked up. I get asked a lot, and actually one of the comments that I picked out was who's the best defensive partnership now. I don't know. I've played 14 games in total with Reed in defence, and I haven't lost a single one of them. I've got Bailly obviously in the club. He's phenomenal. I personally believe Smalling is the better defender out of him and Bailly. And I've loved Reed. Like as I say, I haven't, like the partnership of Reed and Smalling. I am yet to concede a single loss, not a goal. I haven't conceded many goals, mind, but I'm yet to concede a single loss with those two in the club. As you can see, I bought Eriksen. I think I showed at some point or another the purchase of Christian Eriksen. I have ended up selling him on. You'll see that in tomorrow's episode. I'm trying some new players. I want to try some new things. Like, I feel like I've got a really good, strong team here. You know, the Hazard, Son, Walcott up front. I would probably like to play Sterling instead of Walcott, but Walcott is he's just a different beast in my opinion. So I'm happy with my midfield of Fernandinho, Chan and Chadli, but I am open to you know, getting rid of Chadli for a better option, which is why I'm trying Eriksen. If Eriksen doesn't work, I've got a few other players in mind that I wouldn't mind trying. But in general, I think personally for me, the defensive-minded midfielders with medium and then something work rates, medium, low, medium, high, doesn't matter, just medium attacking work rate, they seem to just work way better for me. My defence now is looking unbelievably solid. Some people say, why don't I go get informed Kyle Walker back? I've got the coins. Gael Clichy is just fine. There is no like, you know, I bought Kyle Walker before because I was looking to improve the squad, to improve my weekend league, and I've shown week on week that it's not like, you know, having informed Walker at left back isn't going to be the difference of me getting 31 wins instead of 38 wins. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that one player, especially a defensive player, isn't that good to the point where it's going to make the hugest difference. For what it's worth, guys, Ken Lock, I put him up front just because we were on stream, and it was just fun. And, you know, I was against a guy with a poor team. He was a poor player, low chem. So I put Ken Lock up front, and he ended up scoring a hat-trick, which was crazy. Afterwards, I went and put Poulsen at left back to give Eriksen the chemistry for himself. But you can see there, Ken Lock with a hat-trick, and that was amazing. But yeah, I think for me, I'm really happy with my team as it is. Like, if my starting 11 right now would be De Gea, SBC, Bellerin, Inform Reed, Smalling, Gael Clichy, then SBC, Fernandinho, Chan and Chadli, and then Red Walcott, SBC, Son and SBC Hazard. That's kind of like, that's my main team. Like, I do regret not being able to use Lacazette because I think he is just a world of difference in this game. I don't know what it is about him. He's just unbelievable. But I think the trio of Son, Hazard and Red Walcott is just better as a unit than the trio of Hazard, Lacazette and Fekir. And having that blue Fekir wouldn't have made that any different because, as I explained back in the day, like a week ago when he was on the game, on 7 chemistry, which is what he would get, his stats are literally marginally better than his current card, like to the point where it would almost not be noticeable at all. So I'm content with the team that I've got. I'm very happy with what I've got. It's just now about, like, as you'll see here with me trying Eriksen and then trying a few other players, it's now about me taking one player or one position at a time, trying other players in that fit there and finding which one specifically works that's better than the current one in there. Because there's no point changing a working machine, you know. Like, what I've got right now is great. It's doing good for me. This is going to be the first weekend league in a while that I'm not using Kante. And people always say, no Kante, no elite. I disagree. I genuinely believe Fernandinho SBC is better than Inform Kante. That's my opinion. I've played like a lot of games with Fernandinho now, like 35 or 45 or something like that. I genuinely believe that he is the better player of the two. I don't know what it is that makes him the better player. You know, he has boosted stats in some areas and less stats in others. You know, he's a little less physical, but I think a little more pace. I think he has a lot more shooting. I think his passing in certain positions, like his short passing is a little bit better. I think his stamina is the same as Kante's, so that's not a problem there. But in general, I just find him to be a better player. Emre Can, the SBC, is just ridiculous. And Chadli as well is really, really good. Chadli's kind of the attacking-minded player in this team of the 3 dudes. And somebody left the comment, actually. Let me find the comment. There it is. It was literally one I was already on. I went and skipped back through it. Andrew Noble says, try Firmino. He's brilliant. I've used that red Firmino many times. As a sub, as an impact sub, I use him quite a lot. I use him as a striker and as a centre midfielder. And I don't rate him as highly as the SBCs that I've got in the midfield right now, not because he's not a good player, but because he doesn't fit the team that I use. I think the same thing was when I had De Bruyne, and the same thing as when I had Pogba. I think those players are best suited to cam, not centre mid. I think Firmino would be the most incredible centre attacking midfielder in like a 4-3-1-2 or a 4-1-2-1-2, but he's not the best as a flat, like as a midfielder in a flat three. He's not bad, don't get me wrong, he's not bad, but he's just not better than who I've got there in those positions. And I would probably say before I went to Firmino, as you can see in the team right now, I've actually got Costa because of the chemistry. I would probably pick Costa over Firmino as a centre midfielder, just because he's like a bit taller, much better physical, his passing's also good. The reason why I tried Firmino at striker is because his card with a Hunter card on as a striker is just ridiculous, but it lacks just a certain something that I've got from Lacazette, that I've got from Son, from Hazard, from all the nimble, high agility strikers that I've used. It feels like Firmino lacks that. So I am still looking for a striker that can allow me to play Hazard and Walcott. That being said, I don't know how to leave out Son. He is probably my favourite player in the team right now. That 5-star weak foot coming off that left-hand side is game-changing, genuinely. Hazard at striker is great. Like, would I want that striker Hazard? Probably, but I'm this close to being able to afford the 90-rated Alexis Sanchez. I don't know if I'd actually prefer the Alexis Sanchez. And again, maybe then I'd put Hazard at right forward on 7k and have Hazard, Sanchez and Son. I think that would be pretty good. That being said, Theo Walcott, it's difficult to leave him out. I've got so many good attacking options that it's just... I'm looking now to really improve my midfield and potentially my defence. There was never a need to improve the defence at this point until that Inform Winston Reid came out. Inform Winston Reid is seemingly a different class. What's next? An inform left-back from the BPL that's not James Milner, basically, would be ideal. You know, an inform Clichy, an inform Azpilicueta at left-back, not a centre-back. I would be very interested to pick an inform left-back up. And then just improving on the positions we've got, or just storing these coins so when Team of the Year does come out. And another question also was, when is Team of the Year? I think it's January the 9th it begins. It's a week earlier this time because it's now called the Best, not the Ballon d'Or ceremony. So it's like has a different schedule. So we get it about a week earlier. We get it from the 9th of January, which is perfect for me. I want one of the Team of the Year players. I don't know who the Team of the Year is yet. We know who the attackers are going to be because they are the three that, like, basically the three people that are in line to win the best award are obviously also going to be in Team of the Year, and that is Ronaldo, Messi and Griezmann. So our three attackers, because the formation for the best is 4-3-3, our three attackers are going to be Ronaldo, Messi and Griezmann, meaning because they were also in the attack category, Bale, Sanchez, Suarez, Neymar, Hazard, they're all going to miss out. They're all going to miss out on Player of the Year, or sorry, Team of the Year. So depending on who the defence is, who the midfield is, and how much the attack is, I really want to put one of them in the team somehow and get them in. And I need to obviously be saving coins for that. And I'm at a decent total now. We have like 700,000 or so. We've got some stuff in the club, but I dropped the ball a lot. I think I spoke about it on stream the other day. I dropped the ball a lot with some of the SBCs. You know, some of them I did them because they were cheap. By way of like costing 50 to 100,000. You know, I was saying like, hey, yo, 50k, 60k, I'm making so many coins, no bother. So I'll do it. I ended up doing so many for 50 or 60k, or, you know, the 90k that I did for Buffon, that I've probably dumped around 1 to 1.5 million coins into SBC cards that won't see the light of day in my club. And it's genius from EA, because that's what they want people to do, because then it inspires them to buy FIFA points to get more coins to do more SBCs. But it's really idiotic on my part to have wasted so many coins on SBCs that mentally, I'm like, when I do an SBC, like I did Insigne SBC because he was like 60k. I was like, damn, 60k for this Insigne, that's crazy good. And I can use him as an impact sub, but I'm never going to, because I'm always going to like favour, Sterling if he's on the bench, Mane if he's on the bench, the red Balassi that I've got, the red Depay that I've got. I've got so many players that are just far, not even more capable, but as capable. I've got so many players that are as capable as me doing that Insigne that he was just a waste of coins that I'd rather have in the club. And I do regret doing a lot of the SBCs. Initially, I was going to try and get every SBC. I'd already missed out on Payet, Gaspar and Costa because I just couldn't afford them back then because I couldn't buy those Screamer cards. So I'd already missed out on those. And I thought, I'll miss out on those, but I want to get every other SBC card going forwards. Then I started getting priced out of a few of them because they were just ludicrous prices. So I was like, okay, let me get every affordable SBC. And now I'm sitting there with like 7, 8, 9, 10 SBCs that have cost me anywhere from 50 to 150,000 coins that I'm not really using. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, that was just an absolute waste. An absolute waste. And now I regret getting them. I should have just got the ones that would have genuinely been very helpful to me rather than the ones that I could have afforded just because they were quite cheap, One of those being Diego Costa. I tried so hard to get Diego Costa into the team. I played him at striker. I played him at centre midfield. He's a good centre midfielder. He's not a great centre midfielder, in my experience. I played, nearly 200 games with him, so I've got a lot of experience with him. And he does all right as an impact sub. But he was like 400 to 450,000 coins that I would rather have back in the club. And a lot of people ask me if Zlatan gets Player of the Month. I don't know who's going to be Player of the Month. There's like 3 or 4 really high choices. And all the games this current weekend, they all count for December's Player of the Month, by the way. Even though some of them are on January the 1st, they do count towards December's Player of the Month. If Zlatan won Player of the Month, I don't think I would do him. Because where is he going to play? I'm not going to put him as striker because it will be the same problem as with Costa. He's not a nimble, high agility striker, which is what seemingly suits my playstyle this year in FIFA. I've got a solid midfielder. I can't play him in defence. It would be utterly, utterly pointless putting a Zlatan into my team. I'd probably have to pay anywhere from 400 to 600,000 coins for a card that I'm not going to use, or that I'm going to use for 20 games here or there, and that's it. It's not going to be worth it. I think now we've got to remember that there are going to be so many SBCs throughout the year. It's time to start being a far, far more coy with the coins and picking what's right rather than just picking something because it's there, and getting players that are going to genuinely enhance the team rather than getting a player just because he fits into the team. So yeah, I don't know about that. Allen says, hey Nep, if someone gets 2 informs in the same month, that means you can pack both of them in the monthly reward pack. I would assume so, dude. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone that fits that bill right now, but I would assume that, yeah. Let's say Pedro, because he's playing out of his skin. Let's say he gets 2 informs in January. I would assume both of them would be available in the red packs when they come out. And Angelo Flores says, what's up, Nep? What's your most effective skill move? The most effective actual skill move using the skill stick that I use is probably the ball roll. It's just ridiculously overpowered. But the most effective skills that I use is the L2, R2, like the skill dribble. The skill dribble is ridiculous. It's so strong, it's so broken, and it can literally turn an average attack into a guaranteed goal-scoring attack like that. I love it. I absolutely love it. Boys FIFA says, what happens when it's just like 5 gold informs for the team of the week? Does the top 100 players get like 20 bronze informs? Well, the top 100 packs are guaranteed gold informs, but you're right. There are weeks in FIFA where there aren't 11 gold informs. I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going to happen there. I don't know how it's going to react. I don't know if it will then, give you all the golds and then some silvers. I don't know. Maybe EA will change it from an 11 guaranteed gold inform pack to just an 11 inform pack, and then bronzes and silvers might come available. I don't know. Honestly, it'd be interesting. The difference is when in the weeks where there are no or not many gold informs, it's always right at the back end of FIFA or during team of the season. So it might become an 11 team of the season pack, where you're guaranteed to get 11 gold team of the seasons from any of the team of the seasons. That would be, I think that would be like far more efficient. Mark Bennett says, hey Net, why didn't you do the Muller SBC? Largely for the reason I explained just now, but also I would have to change my whole team just to fit him in, which wasn't sensible. But also for someone like Muller, it's highly likely he'll get several more informs and potentially a team of the season throughout this year, and man of the matches and stuff, just because he plays for Bayern. So it's likely he'll get super high rated cards throughout the year, to the point where his SBC will not be valuable at all, because it will be a far worse version of his card than he already has. So I decided to opt out of it for that reason. Danny Ayala says, how do you make a lot of coins? Honestly, do FUT Champs, bronze pack method. They're the best way. Just playing the game, specifically divisions and tournaments, FUT Champs as well especially, and bronze pack method is the best way to make coins. George Archer says, hey Nep, what would happen to Hazard's Player of the Month card if he gets a January upgrade? Nothing. The SBC cards are one in themselves. They're not affected by informs, by upgrades, by Team of the Weeks, by watches, nothing. They are just one in themselves. They will never be upgraded. And I would assume as well, to the point where if a player gets a second Player of the Month, because it is very likely that either Hazard or Costa will get a second Player of the Month at some point in this year if Chelsea keep playing the way they are, they would, in my opinion, I think they will just get a new Player of the Month card. I don't think they'll get an upgraded Player of the Month card. Lee Ham says, Net, when is Team of the Year out? Love the videos. Well, thank you, Lee Ham. And as explained earlier, I think 9th of January is when the Team of the Year ceremony is, which means we will get the defenders on the 9th, the midfielders on the 11th, the attackers on the 13th, and then everybody on the 14th until the 16th. So that is pretty much the schedule there for Team of the Year. Tom Cash says, should I borrow the game Reed when I have the deadly duo of Bailly and Smalling? Is it worth it? I know he's cheap. Is he good enough? In my opinion, from the games that I've played with him so far, yes. However, the next set of games that I'm going to be playing will be in Division 1 and FUT Champs, which will give me a far more concrete opinion of whether or not he's good enough in this game. So that is all the time we've got for today, guys. I did end up winning the tournament again a couple more times. You know, I know these tournaments aren't full of the best players, but I like the rewards, man. I'm not gonna lie, like I really enjoy, like I said this before, because a lot of people give me some shit, or people in general some shit, for playing these tournaments when they're already qualified for FUT Champs. But what you should be doing isn't giving me grief for this. You should be giving EA grief for not giving an alternative to win prizes. You know, I won 2 5k packs in this run, and okay, it's a 5k pack. It's not the most rewarding reward, but you never know what you're going to get inside them. You could get legends, informs, high-rated players, a hunter chemistry style for 5k, bang, profit made. And if there was a different tournament that wasn't for qualification for FUT Champs that offered the same rewards, I would instead go and play that. But because this is what EA offer, I want to go and play this because it's about, this Ultimate Team is about me and my journey. It's not about me caring about my opponent's journey. You know, at the point where I start caring about what he's doing and how I might be upsetting him, I might as well just stop playing. Or I might as well go into every game and score an own goal and then quit, because this has to be, you know, you have to be selfish in Ultimate Team if you want to make the coins and if you want to make the monies and have the best teams and get the best results. But ultimately, guys, this is where the video is going to end for today. I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.